Live.
Oh.
It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert. Oh, Ben, it is a special day on the podcast. Because we are covering the greatest reality show to ever hit NBC and network television. We will be covering today the Courtship.
The Courtship, sir.
Yes, I am Mr.
I am honored to be covering this program.
Yes, this program.
We have to speak like this the entire time,
Yes.
right?
I will be today Mr. Rascal Max, and I guess you are Mr. Big Rascal.
Yeah, I guess I could be Mr. Ben Rascal.
Mr. Ben. So I'm Mr. Rascal Max, and you're Mr. Ben Rascal.
Yeah.
That's about how confusing it was to learn the names of any of these people.
It really was.
The way that they did the naming of these people, it's like, why did you have to make it so fucking confusing to learn their names?
Yeah. I'm just calling them all sirs, if that's okay. I'm just gonna be like, this sir.
Yeah, and then they had to eliminate the one guy who was a doctor. It's like the one guy that I could pick out of anybody, they had to eliminate.
I don't think it's smart, Max, because what happens if someone gets hurt on the show? You know, you can't rush them to the hospital. This is the 1800s. They need a doctor on site to help, you know?
Are you aware that the Regency era was only about 10 years?
Oh, was it really?
You know that? It was only
not.
about 10 years, Ben. The Regency era is from 1811 to 1820, when George, Prince of Wales, governed the country as the country as regent during the madness of his father, George III, the Mad King George.
I love that you looked this up.
I did look this up. I had to look it up. I was like, what the fuck is the Regency era?
You're like, if we're going to cover the show, we really need to know these things. This is important.
Some things really bothered me and Maria. If you're new to the podcast, Maria's my girlfriend. She's been on the pod before. It really bothered Maria, and she got me on board. Okay. During the ball, okay,
right. Let's get it all out right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody, and if you've read the tweets and you're following along, I was tweeting viciously. Okay.
Yeah.
All of the gentlemen, all the misters, doctors, and captains, they are dressed of the times. The family is dressed of the times, right? Nicole, Miss Remy, Nicole Remy, she comes out. She is wearing a dress that is anachronistic of the time. That does not fit with the time. She's wearing a red dress that is not of the 1800s, not of the Regency era. And Mr. Edwards is wearing a tuxedo that is not of the Regency era. It just totally took me out of the fantasy. I was feeling like I was being Pride and Prejudiced into the fantasy of the time. Until that red dress. I don't even think they had that dye yet to be able to produce that color. What was that dress made out of? Something from 1990?
Yeah.
What is this? The Met Gala, or is this a ball from the Regency era? King George III. What is this?
No, you were seething last night. You know, I was texting you and you were snapping and you were just you were misspelling words because you were just so frantically texting angrily. I was worried about you.
It was upsetting me. Although, is this the greatest reality show of all time? I don't know.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. This was really this.
That's Survivor. We all know that.
Ooh, I don't know about this one, Ben. What do you think? What were your first impressions of the Courtship?
I laughed a lot. I thought it was very silly.
At it or with it?
Oh, don't put me in that position.
It was a little bit of both at
It
times.
was a little bit of both. Yeah. Yes. I laughed very hard when they put up that Jane Austen quote right at the beginning of the show. That's what I really laughed. They really go hard on Jane Austen.
They got it. Sorry.
No, they are just every 3 minutes. It's someone quoting Jane Austen or talking about Jane Austen. Like that's
Dude,
it.
they have to have a deal with her estate or something. It's too frequent.
It's way too frequent.
It's too fucking well. They can't mention. Well, this is what also Maria said. She's like, they can't mention Bridgerton, obviously, because that's on Netflix, and that's people's like only other reference to this era. Although,
is
like,
Downton Abbey? Is that
no?
that era too?
That's 1900s.
Oh, is
Downton
it? Okay.
Abbey. God, Ben.
Oh, sorry.
God. Jesus.
Oh God, I didn't know this would
Mr.
trigger
Carson
you so much.
would be ashamed of you. God, Ben.
Wow.
Sybil would be upset.
I've never been berated for this before.
God, you need to watch season 1. It's the only one worth watching. Okay.
I probably won't.
You won't. You don't need to. It's okay.
I got my fix with this show, the Courtship.
Yeah, the Courtship. It's like 100 years before Downton Abbey. Okay.
I was really hoping that all these guys would have taken this more seriously and actually learned everything and the dialect and all that, like a little bit of calligraphy and horse riding ain't gonna cut it. Like go big or go home. I was disappointed in that.
Yeah.
This is in Bridgerton.
That's what I felt like after watching this. I could just watch Bridgerton. Not that I've ever seen it.
Oh boy. Should we get into it?
Yeah. I just got to say one thing. Why did we have to spend 20 minutes with the convoluted elimination ceremony? I did love the concept, but it had about 9 commercial breaks. And it just dragged on, and I was I watched not know these people's names, Ben. I still don't know their names.
No, me neither.
And in the Bachelor,
in my notes for the doctor, I just wrote down prop guy with props. He just had. I should just start calling him.
Are you talking about Dr. Shanzer?
The guy who brought props to the show.
Mr. Gimmick?
Mr. Gimmick. Yeah.
Dr. Gimmick. That's Dr. Prop Guy to you,
yeah,
sir.
Dr. Prop Guy.
Mr. Ben Rascal, that would be Dr. Prop Guy. Thank you. See,
is he an anesthesiologist? Because he's putting us all to sleep.
I can't believe that I'm going to say I appreciate something about The Bachelor, a show I find very boring and tedious. But The Bachelor, like, what they do is when like the suitors arrive, they come one by one, and they all have to do like introductory statements to make them like appear like lively. Like sometimes they'll show up in a costume, or one girl had a vibrator, and she eventually became the next bachelorette. She was like, hopefully I won't be needing this anymore.
So you gotta stand out.
You stand out, but then like it's easier to kind of like know who they are and like know their names. It's a lot harder to know who the fuck they are when you see them for 1 second and you're learning who they are by them writing a letter. It's like the translating, and they're all wearing the same exact outfit. It's very hard to know who they are.
It is.
In an hour-long episode where 20 minutes are dedicated to a weird dance sequence.
The farewell dance sequence.
But I loved how convoluted that was. It was very confusing.
I love the farewell dance. I thought it was hilarious.
And Mr. Safa is definitely a standout. My favorite, Mr. Safa.
Was Safa the one who was like, I can't even keep dancing. Like, I'm lost focus. Like,
yeah, he was like, we can't do this.
It's an absolute honor to be here in your parents' palace.
What's funny was she was just criticizing Mr. Ward before that for not taking this seriously, and then she lets this guy go by.
He was saying it was an honor to be here in her parents' palace. He was taking it seriously.
Oh, you think that was dead serious from him?
He was being that's what was so weird about it. He was.
I thought he was tongue in cheek. That's
no. He was like, I'm so no, and then he was like, look, we can't dance, so we have to talk about this. Like, I really care about you.
I have to plead my case right now. I can't focus on this dance.
I'm sorry I embarrassed your parents. How I'm trying to open up to you.
I'm sorry I've disrespected your parents' palace by stopping dancing, but we need to talk, please.
Parents have a really nice palace.
How much did this place cost them? This is huge.
Wow. Why don't you have a British accent? I'm getting really confused. Sorry, that's why I've been weird, because I'm just trying to suss this whole thing out. Why are there cameras?
Dude, the one guy, what is his name? Charlie, that is actually British.
Wait, who's Charlie? Who do you think is Charlie?
There's a guy. There's a guy named Charlie who's British, or Mr. Charlie. I don't know. The one British guy. The one British guy.
Okay, he's Mr. Charles or something.
Mr. Charles.
Who are you calling Charlie?
I don't know, dude. It's hard to keep track with these names.
Anyways,
anyways,
let's just call him Charlie.
Wouldn't it be
Charlie.
great if at the end of this episode he revealed that he's actually an American with an American accent, but he was just doing it for the show. Coming on
I thought it was required, but now I'm going to stop because I'm getting the vibe that it's not that serious.
Why didn't anybody else take this as seriously as me?
There's Mr. Scherzer, Captain Kim, Dr. Shanzer, Mr. Shanklin, and Charlie.
Good old Charlie. I did write Charlie in my notes.
I've got a golden ticket in my eye. Okay, what happened in the show? I don't remember. What else?
I don't know. We see all we see the parents arrive first, and they're looking in tip-top shape. They've got their top hats, and they're in their big dresses, and it's very exciting. And the best friend and the sister are there.
They want her to be happy.
Yeah,
it's weird.
So they told her to go on reality TV.
Yeah, do you know Nicole is a software engineer from Washington, and someone broke her heart?
Yeah.
So it has to be Bill Gates.
It
has to be.
Yep.
Well, because Melinda French Gates recently did an interview, and basically, she said that Bill Gates was going to have to speak for himself on the fact that he probably had multiple affairs. It seems that's what she was alluding to.
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh boy.
Could this
I never heard that. Yikes.
Could this have been it? Could she have, Washington State?
Oh boy.
You know what I'm talking about? Washington State software engineer.
I know.
If she's in the courtship era, wealthy family, her parents own a palace. It's not a crazy theory. How do they have the money to own this palace? We don't know the background.
That's true. So you're saying that they had an affair. Let's break this down. You're saying that they had an affair. And then you're saying that she made all this money because, what was it, blackmail? Did he pay her off to keep quiet?
He felt bad about breaking her heart, and he gave her a lot of money.
Gave her a cool bill.
A cool bill. And now she's heartbroken.
A cool bill from a cool bill, huh?
She's heartbroken, and she gave the money to her parents to buy the palace.
Yeah.
Look, that's
how it goes.
Creating because if Regency things, obviously the money would have to go to her parents if we're in the Regency era, because why would the money go to the daughter? Because she's just still beneath her parents. She's really in love with all the concepts of the Regency era, but it's not everything was great in the Regency era for, not all fairy tales.
How close do you think they're sticking to the Regency era, like fully on this show? Like, what are the bathrooms like there?
Yeah, I need to know.
Are they all going in outhouses? That's what I need to know.
I need to know.
Give us the deets.
We need to know.
Did you notice too, as she's coming in, did you notice what do you call, like, okay, this is a weird question. Yeah. Is it called a band if it's like the people playing the like the cello and the violins when they come in? Are they called a band?
I guess you could say that, like a quartet.
Okay, so the
But who knows
music,
how many it was? I
the
guess you could say it's a
music that was
band.
being played when it came in was a quartet version of "Don't Stop Believin'"
Yeah,
by
it was
Journey.
it was an orchestral version.
I'm sorry, but
It took me out of it.
Last I checked, Journey was not in the Regency era.
It was not.
And I don't know a lot about music, Max, but I do know that. I do know that Journey.
I'm very proud
I do know
of
that
you.
Journey wasn't at the beginning of the 1800s. Okay,
I'm really proud of you for knowing that.
thank you.
I
appreciate that.
It was really offensive.
Triggered us both, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
When Mr. Edwards shows us this castle, it's actually very nice. It's a very nice castle that her parents own.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I don't know where they got the money from building this castle, but
it's a very nice castle.
A cool bill might have given them a cool bill. So,
yeah. I can't believe you're still going with that. Oh man.
Look, we need to make content. Not a lot happens in this show. It's not good.
All I gotta say is the housing market.
People.
The housing
you wanted
market,
us to cover this show. We got requests. We're trying our best.
The housing market is very big right now, Max. There's a bubble. It might burst soon. I would suggest that they sell that place while they can.
Yeah,
before the bubble bursts.
Yeah, I mean, if this is what we know what the housing market is like. Imagine what the castle market is like.
Oh, the castle market's probably through the roof.
Yeah,
it's probably crazy.
Yeah,
no doubt.
We get to the reading of the letters where she receives letters from suitors around the world.
Yeah,
we get the first one from Mr.
They all took calligraphy classes too for
That's
this.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. Mr. Cohn says he wants to be the version of himself every day. He loves playing in the waves and he wants to stuff their faces, and he'll bring the Tums. They'll rub each other's bellies, late night conversations.
I like the Tums line. I like the Tums line.
I think he says about following the cologne.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Except there wasn't cologne in the Regency era, or was there? There probably was, huh?
No.
There was probably oils that they put on themselves maybe to smell better.
We need a historian for this because
we really do.
I don't want to do any more research other than Googling Regency era.
Yeah. My wife was a history major. She should
she should know that.
Right in the chat.
Amy! Can you hear me? Amy! We get a personal trainer, a songwriter, a bunch of other people. We get a D1 baseball player, but Ben, there was one that really stood out to me. Oh, Amy's here. Amy, was cologne around in the Regency era? We have Amy in the chat here.
She's Googling it right now.
Okay, so while Amy Googles into her brain, she's not Googling it. She's accessing her history major brain. I'm going to.
Well, we're all in the Regency era right now. So
she says yes, probably, which is a definite from a history major.
Okay.
So, I'm going to play this very important clip that we have from one of my favorite letters.
Give me a beat test. Don't want to sound like a buster cuz I know my rhymes are whack. But I promise you one thing, I'll always keep it on the plaque. This kid's wiggity wiggity what?
That was Mr. Bociccio from New York.
Yeah, this
real estate man from New York. He sounds like a newsie.
Yeah, he's definitely sounds like a newsie.
Yeah, he definitely
very thick accent, very East Coast sort of.
Very newsy. He could be a newsie.
Yeah, I think he is a newsie.
Extra, look at the headline. That's what he sounds like to me.
Just do the whole musical, Max.
Santa Fe, are you there? Look at me, I'm the king of New York. Da 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 da. You ever see Newsies?
No, I haven't.
Dude, it's Christian Bale's best work.
Okay. Is this on Broadway? He did it?
No, he's in the movie.
Oh, he's in the movie version. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and I don't think he knew what he was getting himself into, and he really like resents the fact that he was in the movie. He's like very pissed off that he was ever in that movie.
Wow. Okay, I can't wait to watch.
It was a musical movie before it was on Broadway. Like it's like a very young Christian Bale. He's like 20 or something.
Interesting. Huh.
It's pretty dope.
Cool story.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And then we get Captain Kim's letter, which I really quite enjoyed.
Your future best friend.
There's a foundation our relationship will be built on. Whether we start as friends
And become lovers. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can read this. To my best friend with sexual tension.
I don't know what's funny about that. He's just laying down. He's just, you know, setting the rules. He's just being a captain.
She should have read it more seductively, I think.
Yeah.
Come on, Mom.
Come on, Mom. Listen to the captain. Follow his orders.
He's a captain.
He's a captain. Would you?
They did end up choosing him for the dates, so they were impressed that he was a captain and everybody else was just a lowly sir. You know?
Yes. Okay. If Captain Crunch wrote you a letter, would you disrespect him like that?
No.
No,
absolutely not.
You would say yes.
I'd fill up a bowl and I'd say cheers and I'd start eating.
I respect the sexual tension you have with my daughter, Captain Crunch.
His face was great when she did take him on the date, and she was like, "Do you know who read that letter?" My mom. And he was like, "Oh God."
Oh shit.
And did she like it?
He's like,
was she into it?
Was she into it? So I'm not feeling good about us, but your mom?
Was she into it?
Oh. So the men show up. Mr. Shanklin brings the tunage.
Well, I wish I could see her right now.
That's enough.
Mr. Edwards does what we're all thinking with that one. Yeah, all right. This is not American Idol.
Is this?
Lucky
Do they
for
do this?
you.
Do they do this on Bachelor and Bachelorette too, where each person will come up and they'll do like some little thing before they head in?
Yeah. No. Well, not exactly.
Yeah, there's not like a one-liner from each person or someone singing each time.
Well, if they want to, I think they can like bring a guitar and they can like play it for the person. But I think that's normally a pretty cringy fucking thing to do.
Yeah, like bringing an apple.
Sometimes I think the big move is to come up on like a fucking horse or some shit, and they're like, "Oh my god, you came up in a horse!" Or like everyone comes up in a limousine, but if a girl pulls up in like a pickup truck, the guy's like, "Oh my god, you're a girl in a truck! Oh my god, that's what I like! Yeah."
Do you like Coors too?
Yeah.
What about sports?
Oh my god, a pickup truck? No way.
I don't believe it.
What? Oh my god. She's like,
man.
I didn't even she's like, I just drove straight here for you. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Mumbry.
Mr. Mumbright, never been in love?
No. I mean, with cake, maybe, yes, but not with any people.
Oh, that's Charlie.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Charlie. Charlie's Mr. Mumbry.
Yeah, Charlie Mumbry.
Oh, so not Mr. Mumbry. That wasn't Mr. Mumbry. I must have wrote down wrong. That was Charlie.
Yes, that was Charlie.
It reminds me of Nick from Love Is Blind season 2.
I love cake.
I mean, I get it. We all love cake. It's weird. I was like not sure if I should have that soundbite on hand and how quickly it became usable.
It's always relevant.
It's always relevant, Cake.
You can always find some time for that.
But it was Mr. Chapman that stood out the most from this little segment.
I've taken girls in my van to places.
Okay. Yeah. So
cinder blocks attached to their legs, wrapped up.
No, he said don't look at him creepy. He said don't look at him creepy. So he just takes his girls in his van to places.
Was this the guy that she later kissed?
No, that was Mr. Bociccio.
Oh, that was Bociccio?
Yeah. With the New York accent. The newsie.
I didn't think that was Bociccio. Oh.
No, it was Bociccio. The New York guy. With the accent.
He's the guy he's the cutter. He cuts in.
What?
Later. Yeah, he cuts in.
No,
I'm not saying he's a cutter like that.
No.
I'm saying he's a cut like he cut into the conversation.
No, the guy who cuts in is the doctor with the gimmick.
No, okay, but there's another scene where he cuts in too.
Okay, well, she takes Bociccio on the date.
Okay, cleared up. Let's move on.
We could be wrong about this whole thing.
They all look alike. All these guys, they all wear the same tux. I can't.
I don't know. Yeah, they should have like lower thirds that follow all of them at all times. So
the captain should be wearing a captain hat.
Yeah, I know. Why can't they just make this very easy for us? Why did they have to make
the doctor should have a stethoscope around him?
This is not TV that you should have to have your eyes glued to the screen to. This is TV that you should be looking at your phone at 90% of the time.
Yeah. Mr. Benicio should have a I Heart NY shirt on. That way we remember it's a New York guy.
I was taking
Is that his name? Benicio? I think
Bociccio.
Bociccio. Okay.
Charlie.
Chuck. We'll call him Chuck.
I was taking notes the whole time and I was like, I cannot believe I'm taking notes for this show. Like, what has my life come to?
Yeah. My notes get more and more simplistic as the episode goes on.
Yeah.
There's one note I have on here that just says British guy, and that's it. There's nothing more to it. It just says British guy.
Well, there's two, so
Is there two?
There's the butler and there's Charlie.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Edwards.
Mr. Edwards, that's right.
I like when they get to the ball and this guy, Mr. Ward, says this.
I've never seen a castle before. I never thought I would ever see a castle, especially in England.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought I would see a castle in England.
Of all places.
Of all places. I mean, I never thought I'd see a castle, but like, why am I seeing a castle in England? I thought I would see a castle in like Canada.
In the United Kingdom, I see a castle?
In England? What? Thought I'd see like a desert, like a cacti or something, but in England?
Last place I would have expected.
This is blowing my mind. I thought this was a place with like swamps and stuff. No.
I expected I expected to see Big Ben,
volcanoes, lava, you know.
Oh God!
Waterfalls.
What is he?
England?
What does he think
the
about
pyramids?
What does he think England is like?
Is it Mount Everest here? Why am I in a castle in England?
Oh boy. Let's move on.
Yeah. Nicole arrives and she's wearing this red dress. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know if you've already been over this.
Yeah, you were furious. We know.
Yeah. The sisters introduce Nicole to Mr. Chapman. He tells her he wants to fall in love, and she's like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh my God, that's amazing." It's Ben. This is thrilling conversations that she's having with these people.
You know what I liked about this guy is that he's there to fall in love. That's what I really liked
Yeah.
about him.
You
It
know what I like
separates him, I
about
think, from everybody
Nicole,
else.
how interesting she is. She just really has this really interesting personality about her. She really digs deep and has a lot of different sides to her. We're really learning a lot about her as we get to know them.
Right. Yeah. It's not all ones and zeros with her, you know?
She talks to Giuseppe. I'm not sure what his last name is, but he says my name is Giuseppe. He's the Italian one.
Yes, the Italian guy.
Yeah.
And she is like, whoa.
Yeah, he's like, I'm Italian and you're beautiful. And she's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Thrilling, man.
No, I know each of these
thrilling.
They should have each just come up to her and been like, I'm the baseball player. I'm the singer. I'm the British guy. I'm the Italian. I'm from New York. Hey.
It really gets me with Dr. Shanzer, though.
So they say an apple a day will keep the doctor away.
Oh!
Unless you don't want to keep the doctor away, then we'll just throw it over there.
Oh my goodness, so you're a doctor.
Why isn't she into the gimmick? Everyone loves the gimmick. I mean, isn't everyone else doing a gimmick? Why can't the prop guy work it out?
For a second, I thought he was a teacher since he was holding a red apple. I thought that may have been, but
he was doing the doctor. He was
He's a
doing like,
doctor.
is he doing like a
Yeah.
Patch Adams type thing? Like laughter
Could
can
be.
cure you. Do a funny bone type thing. Should be like
Yeah.
clown nose.
I'm surprised he didn't bring all of his anesthesia equipment with him to show it off.
He's an anesthesiologist.
Who wants to go to sleep tonight? I put you in some deep sleep.
Well, if my anesthesiology won't do it, my jokes sure will. Yeah.
Where can I get a corn dog around here?
I like that guy.
Mr. Cone's the Tums guy. He's just looking for any excuse to
I
whip
think
out the
Mr.
Tums.
Cones could win this whole thing. His
he could.
strategic game is
She-
amazing.
she loves the jokes.
Yeah. He's like, I traveled back in time and there's no corn dogs.
Yeah, but he has some big and we're like, Nicole's just loving this era. She's like, I love the Jane Austen era. This reminds me a lot of
Emphasis on Jane
Jane,
Austen.
Jane space Austen era.
Should we list off her entire
Yes.
bookography?
She loves the chivalry.
Yes.
Serene asks us, this is going to sound shady, LOL. Do you guys think these guys basically didn't get on other TV shows, so ended up on this dating show? It feels familiar yet different vibes. Yes, that is what it feels like.
Yeah. I don't think that their hearts I don't think that their dream was to go back to Regency era and pretend to do calligraphy and ride horses. Yeah, something tells me no. Yeah.
I don't know. Tights are pretty comfortable, man. I don't know. Mr. Sappho's feeling comfortable though.
I've got the hair, I've got the jawline, I've got the physique, the teeth. I don't know, man. I kind of got it all, and I'm just going with it.
He's going with it, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Chill vibes.
I've
Chill
read
vibes,
Pride
bro.
and Prejudice Cliff Notes. I've read Sense and Sensibility Cliff Notes. I got it all, man. Studied up. Got it down.
From the beach to the castle, bro. Not too shabby.
We
Am I
got it
right?
going down.
Did somebody say quartet?
She wrote Jane Eyre, right? Oh no, that was Bronte. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. Dude. I read all those Cliff Notes for nothing. Fuck. She wrote Harry Potter, right? Fuck.
Oh boy. So we get this segment where the parents have to choose six lucky gents to go on dates with our what's her name again? Miss Remy. That's right.
Miss Nicole Remy.
Remy.
Miss Nicole Remy.
Yeah.
This felt appropriate.
Of course, her parents choose a doctor. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, of course.
Gimmick or not,
and the captain.
Gimmick or not, a parent always wants
The doctor.
the doctor, and a captain. You know, they've got it all.
Yes.
And they chose the long blonde haired guy too. I thought that was an interesting choice.
This was the most useless scene ever. It was about 2 seconds long and nothing happened in a 6-person date. It was about 2 minutes long. Also, who is Nicole? We know nothing about her.
Yeah, they've given us nothing.
No, but also she gives us nothing. I don't understand why she was cast. I'm just being honest about it. Also, Maria is here in the chat. My girlfriend Maria. She says, love how so many of their picks ended up in the bottom 6. Very true. She did not agree with that. Maybe the producers knew that was coming and they were like, okay, so to make this make any sense, we're just going to put those.
I did have that thought that maybe the parents were trying to weed out the bad ones first by like setting up dates with like the ones that they knew
she's like, she'll hate these people. So this is our strategy that we normally do.
They're playing chess here. Everybody else is playing checkers. The parents they know what they're doing.
Okay, but here's the issue that I have. Like she's like asking them about themselves, and you know they answer. It's kind of awkward. But then they're like, "So Nicole, like, you know," she's like, "What do you guys look for in a woman?" And in
a man, yeah,
in a
a gentleman.
In a gentleman, she's like, I like a guy that's confident and charming. And they're like, well, what do you like to do? And she's like, I like guys that are confident and charming. They're like, yeah, but what about yourself? And she's like, oh my God, you guys are so amazing. And it's like, yeah, but what about Nicole? Who are you? Who are you?
She gives a little bit of a rundown of her previous careers when she's talking to Mr. Ward later. And she even criticizes him too. Or this was this before this or after? I can't remember. But he's like, she's like, oh yeah, I was a dancer for the Seahawks, and then I went and started working as a software engineer. And then he's like, oh cool, I play baseball and I go to the school. And she was like, why is it always about you? Why is it always about you? You didn't see that part?
I missed it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you think it was fair for her to say that? Like, how did it come off?
It came off like he was probably doing it more than what was shown on camera, but it seemed like a casual back and forth in the edit.
Okay, so it's probably like an edit thing. I just feel like
that's what I'm saying. I think it's an edit.
Okay, all right. So it's an edit thing. So the edit is not showing us enough. What I'm getting from the edit is I just don't know who she is, and I want to know more. Yeah. It's like when they talk about like a lot of first time writers don't make their main characters interesting enough, and they just become like a main character that doesn't take enough action, and you're like, well, your main character needs to be more interesting. I'm like, I want to know more about Nicole.
Of course.
Tell me, show me.
Why does she wear dresses from the future? Why is she so rich?
Is she a time traveler? I guess that's the point. Maybe she is a time traveler, but I don't like that.
Maybe that's why she's so rich, is because she went back in time, played some bets, and made a lot of money.
I don't like that. I think she should be of the time, from the time. It's a cop out. So she goes.
We'll write a letter.
She goes on this final date with Mr. Bociccio, which I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah,
from New York City.
Pinocchio, right?
Yeah, I don't know how to say his fucking name.
Okay.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
He goes on a date with Pinocchio.
Bochinocchio. Bocchino.
Where can I get a corn dog around here?
That's not him, but
good enough.
He's nervous. Nice. He pulls it off. They have a kiss.
Yeah. Amongst the fireworks,
which were invented in 2nd century BC.
Right. So it's okay.
Yes.
Fair use.
It's okay. This was okay. We get to the farewell dance, which was about an hour long.
Yeah, it was a while. So they choose 6 to make 3 guys sweat it out as if she hasn't already chosen ahead of time. And they've got to prove that they're going to stay through dance. Through doing the correct farewell dance. That's what this is, right?
I guess I was at first she like wasn't talking to them and they were just showing the dancing and I was like, wait, is she not allowed to talk to them and does it just have to happen through dance? And that got me really excited. I was really hoping that she wasn't allowed to talk to them. That would be so funny. They should definitely do one elimination the show where they're not allowed to talk and they can only communicate through physical action.
Well,
you have to show through
they
dance.
have to do the dance perfectly, and if they falter in any way or take the wrong step, they're out.
Yes.
You're done. You should have studied it.
And Mr. Sappho was really working on it.
I feel like I'm gonna be on the chopping block. I was a little nervous because I haven't gotten a whole lot of time to chit chat with Miss Remy, but I have been practicing the 2-1-2-1 spinnerooski.
The 2-1-2-1 spinnerooski, bro. I've been working on it. You want to fuck it up. I don't want to get eliminated, so do the 2-1-2-1 spinnerooski double 2-ski triple sow cow. Buffalo on the rolling log.
Sick triple axle.
Yeah, I gotta do all that stuff. All that. Yeah. So, yeah, I want to get eliminated.
Been working on the spinnerooski.
But yeah, so
he's a good character. I'm glad he stayed.
Yeah, we had Ekaveria, Locks, Captain Kim, Sappho, Ward, and Dr. Shanzer. Dr. Shanzer really tried to pull it off at the end with the chakra opener thingy.
What was it? The rose chakra? Is that what it was?
Something thingy of but she was like, this seems fake as fuck, so get out. He tried another gimmick.
She visibly cringed when he pulled that out.
He's a real prop comic, this guy.
He really is. Yeah.
I think he could go far in Reno or something.
I wish when he left and he shook her hand that he had a little buzzer on his hand.
I love when he said like this is a big mistake. Like the parents were like, oh, "Did he really say that?"
That is something you never say. That is something you never say.
Dun-dun-dun.
Take away his license. Take away his practicing license right now.
How did he say that? Oh my god. Oh.
They got their big moment of the episode, didn't
Somebody
they?
faints like, oh my god. In the Regency era, that is punishable by
the
death.
Audacity.
Oh my god, how could you say that was a mistake to my daughter, my firstborn?
Very improper during Regency era to say something like that.
Oh my god. Yep. So who does she save?
He should have taken out a stethoscope, Max, and then put it up to her heart and then gone, oh, just as I suspected, nothing.
Yeah, he really undersold the best of his abilities, and that's why he got kicked off. How about Ekaveria? I think it's how you say his name. Crying. He's crying.
Yeah, he barely knows her. He's probably had a total of 10 minutes with her in the last 24 hours.
He's just like, I'm so jet lagged. I'm so jet lagged.
I think she knew he was going to cry too, because he was the hardest one for her to let go, because she was like, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. I don't want to do that. I know you're going to cry the second you leave.
My balls are inside my scrotum, inside myself from the tights.
It's a physical pain.
I couldn't learn the dance. Charlie was mean to me. Why
Charlie? No, not Charlie.
But Sappho pulls it off with this line.
It's an absolute honor to be here in your parents' palace.
That's what you got to do. Why didn't anybody thank her for being at her parents' palace?
She just wants a little Regency speak. She's a big Jane Austen fan.
Yeah.
Why is that so hard, guys?
Embraced the fantasy.
Embrace the moment. Yeah. They're in a fanty tale. Come on, you gotta give her that. Give her that fanny tail. Come on.
I just want to thank your parents, thank your fairy godmother. I want to thank the little mice that made this dress for you.
I have to go at midnight. I can't say why. All I can say is that I love you, and I'll see you on the other side.
I want to thank the farmer that grew the pumpkin that turned into your carriage. I just want to thank everybody involved in bringing us together. Deuces. By the way, did you like my spinaroonie?
It's a sick triple axle back there, dude.
Did you see that?
I was practicing that spinarooski the last week, dude.
Yeah. The Calig, I wasn't great at the Calig stuff, but the dancing, I've been pretty good.
My calligraphy is just cursive, I think. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I'm glad he's got saved. I am.
I am.
He's a good character.
Like, you have to save this guy, please. This show is already going to be canceled in the second episode. We need Mr. Safa if we can make it to episode 3.
Yeah.
I looked up to see how many episodes this show will be. They have not released that information.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
How many episodes will it be?
15?
No!
Because there's 15 guys left. I don't know.
No, there's not. There's 13.
I thought it was 16 suitors.
Yeah, but
but they lost 3. That's right. So are they doing 3 a week for a little while?
I have no idea what they're gonna do.
Folks, I don't know if we're gonna cover the rest of this.
I can't
season.
So I watched this last night. It's 4:24, so it's been that many hours since I watched it. Whatever, you do the math. I still can't believe that this show exists. It was surreal watching it.
Well, I can't believe it either, because just the concept of time travel alone blows my mind. So it's like, it really is unbelievable. It is.
Yeah, the whole red dress really took me out of it. I was really believing it until that moment.
But she probably brought it with her from the future because she's a time traveler.
That time travel isn't real, so that just doesn't make any sense.
No,
to me.
but it happened, Max. She went back in time to Regency era.
You remember that dress that some people thought was one color and some people thought was a different color?
Oh,
and
right,
the internet got upset. This is the new dress.
This is the new. You're trying to make that happen, are you?
I'm not trying to make that happen. It's already happened.
It's already happened. People are furious online.
They're so upset about it.
People are getting divorces over this.
Yeah. So we don't know if we can talk about this for every week about this show.
No,
but
we can.
If you really want us to keep covering the courtship, we need to hear your voices. So DM us.
Rascal Army, we need to hear you. Come on, rascals.
You need to get at us. You need to DM us. You need to tweet at us.
Truth be told, though, I don't really want them to send those messages.
If enough people say you really want us to cover the courtship, if enough people listen, if enough people watch, I guess we'll have no other choice but to podcast about the courtship. And we will do it with enthusiasm, but we need to know that people really want us to cover the courtship.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
I did have fun talking about it.
I did too. It's a silly show.
But
these are going to be short episodes, I think, though.
Yeah, a short 50 minutes.
I'm surprised we even made it that far. Okay, Remax says I personally am indifferent. Okay, that's kind of how we feel too. To be honest.
It is a show.
It is a show, and we do cover shows. So,
it was a show.
Yeah. Maria says it's because there aren't enough tables. Yeah, there's not. We need a hero and a villain in this, and if there's no tables, we can't.
So that is great. What a lovely time we have had today talking about the Courtship episode 1, the series premiere of the Courtship. Thank you, Nicole, Remy, and Charlie. Mr. The guy with the people in the van and the cake. The corn dogs. Thank you.
So fun. I wonder who she'll choose. You got a pick? You got a winner pick? Who's gonna win that $1 million?
Are you gonna pick Charlie?
I'm picking Charlie.
I'm picking
No,
Sappho.
I do think the British guy, whatever
Charlie?
his name is,
Charlie?
Charlie. I think he's got to win this thing because he's the most Jane Austen-y character here, just because he's British.
I'm just going with Sappho because he did the Spinnerooski, baby. If he can do that,
he's
if he
just
can
going to surf his way to the end.
The palace, he's going to surf his way to the end. He's
just riding the wave, baby.
He's just riding the wave. Studied, okay. So Sappho will do it. So Ben, what do we have coming up?
Oh, well, we got Survivor on Wednesday night. We're going to be going live after the East Coast feed, about a half hour after that's done airing, so you can look forward to that. Sadly, our interview with Kyle Abrams from Love is Blind has been postponed a couple of weeks, but we promise we have been in contact with several cast members. They do want to come on the show. They're going to come on in probably a couple weeks. They're busy right now. They're
busy.
They're very busy, but they're going to come on. And yeah, we're going to be covering Temptation Island. That starts, is that next week?
I think
it's
the 16th. Yes. So next week.
Yes. So we're going to be covering that as well. I don't think we have anything else coming up.
Not officially, but stay tuned because things will be happening. And
subscribe to our YouTube channel.
YouTube.com/reality alert.
/reality alert. On Twitter, we are reality alert _. On Instagram, we are Reality Alert Podcast. We're also on Twitch. If you want to give us a follow on there, you can check out our streaming. We are both on YouTube and podcasting platforms, so you can check us out there. Anything else, Max?
No.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Where can I get a corn dog around here?